The news this afternoon. US troops in Afghanistan have allegedly fired at school children, injuring 2 boys. The shots were apparently fired after children threw rocks at a military vehicle.
This morning I wanted to go to school. When I entered the school, some of our classmates took stones and threw them at US vehicles. They opened fire in return. I injured my leg. My friend was also injured. Now I'm in hospital.
I came to school and was playing there when the US convoy passed by. Some of the boys threw stones at it. Then the US forces started shooting.
We understand that the children threw stones at the US tanks. They don't know any better because they're children, but the US troops are educated. They came here to rebuild our country. Instead, they opened fire at children.
This was not the kind of reaction you expect. They should have contacted the school administration. This is not good. We condemn this incident. The government should investigate this case.
Well, we've been in touch with NATO command in Afghanistan to clarify exactly what has happened, but as yet we've had no response. The United States entered Afghanistan in 2001, believing the then ruling Taliban was sheltering Osama bin Laden, who was wanted over the 9/11 attacks. But 16 years on, and with bin Laden long out of the picture, the Americans are still there, and the casualties from that foreign troop presence is mounting.
I was praying in my house, and when I saw American helicopters, I told my wife and children to save themselves. After that, I just heard a loud noise, and then my house was destroyed. 6 people were wounded, including women and children.
They destroyed our house and our family members. Why? Americans are killing our women and children every day in Afghanistan, and they just say sorry, it was a mistake.
We were sitting in a room together, and suddenly we heard the massive bombardment of our village, and I was injured.
When the explosion happened, I was near to my uncle and cousins. American soldiers opened fire and a bullet flew by my face. I ran and hid and came out only hours later. My uncle and cousins were dead, so I went to the village to tell everyone.
Well, I think after 16 years of being in Afghanistan, it's quite obvious the strategy has not worked, whether politically speaking or tactically speaking. And when we look at military operations, I think one can say that whatever they do, it backfires. There's not been proper accountability apart from a few soldiers that have been arrested on behavior like this. But by and large, there's always a legitimate excuse they come up with, saying, blaming someone else rather than themselves.